A mobile client is a technology designed to extend the feature of company's mobile telephone system. This technology makes it easier for employees too. That means basically it is associated with the company's mobile telephone system. It helps the employee to separate personal and business communication while using one smartphone. That is, you can make communicate uh, some personal communication and business communications. Manage business call while out of the office. Transition smoothly from using a company desktop computer to a mobile devices. That is, you can use your company's desktop to a mobile devices. You can use your mobile phone for uh, uh, interfacing or for communicating through a desktop computer. A mobile client is designed to make it easier to integrate portable device into a company's communication workflow. So here are the small topic which will get very short notes to write on mobile client or operating system, mobile operating system. Let us discuss some benefits. First is you see improved customization. Using mobile client, our employee can perform detailed customization on how incoming calls work through a mobile devices. These include but are not limited to selective silent mode, ringtone filtering, and switching easily between private and business phone profiles. That is, you can make the difference. That is, you can ringtone filtering. That is, if you get, you can set a particular ringtone for the business calls, and that is, you can also selective silent modes and switching easily between the private business phone profiles. That is, you can set some profiles. That is, by viewing this, you will easily know that this is a communication for officially communication. More way to communicate. A mobile client makes it easier to bridge the divide between the desktop and mobile communication. For example, a mobile client allow user to take voice message from their computer or receive mobile calls as through they are inside the corporate network. If they are inside the corporate network, but you are not in front of a desktop, you any communication comes to your desktop, you can view it or you can answer it. Then smart sensor, that is the sensor used in smart devices. Basically, you know the smart devices mean that is the mobile devices or moving devices. So what does the sensor do? What is the function of sensor? You see, a smart sensor is a device that takes input from the physical environment and uses built-in computer resources to perform predefined functions upon detection of specific input and the process data before processing it. That is the sensor senses that. You heard about the temperature sensor, pressure sensor, humidity sensor, like your traffic sensor. So smart sensor enable more accurate and automated collection of environment data with less erroneous noise amongst the accurately recorded information. So smart sensor senses that it immediately inform the users or mechanics and the persons who is responsible for. Once the information received, the person or the machine take the appropriate steps to avoid this. Suppose a machine is going on and the temperature senses that the temperature rises and it reaches its maximum or a limited temperature. So if it reaches its maximum temperature, the temperature is gives some alarms. in the form of signals or in the form of alarming or form of ringing, whatever may be. So the persons, the mechanics, who is responsible for this machine immediately comes and stop the machine. That is, he got the information that the temperature already rises. So if we run the machine in more hour, it may be there are some damage to the machine. So that is why the this sensor works like this, and the device are used for monitoring and control mechanism in a wide variety of environment, including smart grids, battlefield, uh, reconnaissance, explorations, and many science applications. This smart sensor is used. The smart sensor is also a crucial and integral element in the Internet of Things (IoT). Basically, you will find this smart sensor in robotic engineering. How does the robot work? Suppose the robot is working and there is an obstacle in front of the robot. Suppose there is a wall. If the wall comes, robot immediately changes direction because the robot has a sensor and the sensor senses that there is an obstacle. And you may notice that in some countries the car is moving without a driver. The car is moving without a driver. That is, there is a smart sensor uh, uh, used in the car. If any other car or any other vehicles or any obstacles comes in front of the car decreases its speed is reduced and it reduces the speed. One implementation of smart sensor is as components of wireless sensor and actuator network. We'll discuss about the actuator and sensor and actuator in robotic engineering next slide, whose nodes can number in the thousands, each of which is connected with one or more other sensor or sensor hubs, as well as individual actuators. So there, the sensor and actuator will see there are some IoT sensor in action. You see, the first one, the sensor, it may be a thermal sensor, sound sensor, or location sensors. Location sensors. Sound sensor also know that if a particular sounds uh, reaches it maximum decibel, so it senses that. If you view the cricket match nowadays, suppose when a wicket falls or when a batsman hits a six, you will see in the screen the sounds in this ground is 120 decibel. Have you seen? Have you noticed or not?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. That is, it is written that the sound of this ground is this decibel. The sound of this ground is this. Basically, when a wicket falls or hits a six or four, so it automatically the sensor senses the sound. It
So,
measures
sir,
the sound.
a normal sensor in, say, in an AC, that is not a smart, right?
Mm-hmm. And these sensors use a microprocessor, a communication capabilities, that is either it is used in Bluetooth or any RFID or this one type of any application, any capabilities communication, because without communication sensor what senses? So how do you know? So there should must be a communication capabilities. Cloud also include transducer or transceiver powers, source and more. So these are the component of IoT sensors. The sensor itself, a microprocessor is there, a communication capability is also there, and cloud is there. That is, you see, that is IoT gateway, access point, or hub. This is your sensor hub, which senses also other sensor. Let us explain it. A smart sensor has three components, three major components. A sensor that captures data, a microprocessor that computes on the output of the sensor via programming or communication capabilities. So a microprocessor is used for these purposes. And a smart sensor might also include several other components besides this primary sensor. These components can include transducer, amplifiers also there, which amplify the signals, exciting controls, analog filters, and compensation. The other devices are used for the other purposes. Basically, it is a application specific. A smart sensor also incorporates software-defined elements that provide functions such as data conversation, digital processing, and communication to external device. So the smart sensors are also used for these purposes. Smart sensors also contain integrated communication capabilities that enable them to connect to a private network or to internet. So the smart sensors also integrated may be integrated for a private network or a global network like internet. This enables communication to external device. Then types. The label sensors. Basically, we use the label sensor in our home, in our water tank, I think. A label sensor is used in measure the volume of the space taken of a container. A vehicle's fuel gauge we use in our bike or in our car, and it might be connected to a label sensor that monitor the level of the fuel in the tank. So in our home also we use label sensor, that is in water tank. When the water tank is full, automatically the motor, it stop the motor. The working of motor will be stopped. So so there will be no overflow in water. And similarly, when the tank uh, uh, is getting empty, it also senses that, that is if it comes a specific level, under the specific level, it less it senses that, that is the water tank is empty. So you will get an uh, idea that that is empty, like your uh, fuel tank in your bike or in vehicles. That is, you will get an information that some light will be glow or whatever may be. That is, you will get some information that our oil is uh, uh, going down, or it is low oil in our vehicle, so that we go for a fill up. Similarly, temperature sensor. A temperature sensor is a sensor that can monitor the component temperature, so a cooperative action can be taken if necessary. In an industrial setting, for example, temperature sensor can be used to make sure the machinery is not overheating. That is, if your machine is working and you know that any machine is working, the temperature increases, and if it reaches a specified temperature, specified degree or Celsius, whatever may be, and then it senses that, and it give an alarm or gives any information uh, to the mechanic, so that the machine will be uh, off, and it is you can save the machine from overheating. Pressure sensor. So like a temperature sensor, pressure sensor are often used to monitor the pressure of a gas or any water or any liquid fruits in a pipeline. A sudden drop in pressure might indicate the leak or flow control issue. Suppose you, in a tank or in a pipe, water is not coming, or water is not coming or not flowing in a particular pressure, or it not flowing what we expected, it is flowing low. So we may expect there is a leak in the pipeline, and the pressure sensor senses that there is a there is a fall in temperature, sorry, fall in pressure or rise in pressure. So if there is a fall in pressure, a drop in pressure, it indicates that there is a leak or a flow control issue. So necessary step will be taken to solve that issue. So level sensor, temperature sensor, and here is a pressure sensor.
वो तीनों का एग्जाम्पल तो आजकल कार में मिल जाता है नहीं सर?
हाँ हाँ मिल जाता है, प्रेशर इज नहीं, हाँ प्रेशर मिल जाता है सर।
टायर प्रेशर,
कार, हाँ
फिर
कार में है, हाँ।
पेट्रोल।
हम्म हम्म और तीनों मिल जाते हैं, हाँ। व्हाट अबाउट IR सेंसर, इंफ्रारेड सेंसर? इट इज ऑल्सो वी आर यूजिंग। हाँ, some infrared sensors such as those used in thermal imaging camera, your non-contact thermometer, basically used in COVID time, non-contact infrared thermometer are used for temperature monitoring. Okay, so nowadays doctor measures the temperature of a patient by using this thermometer. It is non-contacted. That is, you're not like a manual thermometer. Other infrared resources are optical sensor tuned to a frequency that enables them to see light in the infrared spectrum. These type of sensor are used in medical equipment such as pulse oximeter is also example of this. The electronic device designed to be operated by remote control. So the remote control also use this type of sensor. I think your TV remote also or your AC remote is also example of this. Proximity sensor. A proximity sensor is used to detect the location of a person or object with relation to the sensor. In retail environments, proximity sensor can track customers' movement throughout the store. This is also used in a mall, shopping mall or a store. That is, suppose a customer moves a non-restricted area. Suppose there are some area which is restricted for the customers. So the proximity sensors keeps an eye on the movement of a person. That is it, the sensor used to detect the location of a person or object with relation to the sensor. In retail environments, proximity sensor can track customers' movement throughout the store. It is this is the name the proximity sensor. It senses the location only. Then sensors and actuators. As I discussed in the previous slide, that we have an idea of what is sensor and what is actuators. So sensor and actuators allow robots. Basically, these two terms are used in robotic engineering. Allow robots to achieve certain tasks. Example of what robot may need to determine explore how far away and where is an object, like another robot or a light or a wall. So the robot has an idea that is where is another object. So it can send any message or it communicate. At what speed is robot moving? That is in what speed, what is the speed of the robot? If the robot is on the hill, at what angle, what is the inclination angle in it? In which how area, and suppose it is a hill, it is in a tall place or in a high place. So it will know that the angle, which angle. If the robot is rotating by how much, how has it rotated? Suppose there is an obstacle, so object have to move or have to rotate. In which angle it have to rotate? Where is the robot or what direction is it going? How far has it traveled? How much power has it consumed? what is the power consumption also measured by robot. What information is being communicated to the robot. So this information about a robot we have to determine. The robot may require internal and external sensor. The external sensor are used to measure other object, for instance, how far away from an object and where is the object. So it has two sensor. One is external, as the name suggests, it senses the external things which outside of the object, outside of the robot, like your how far it is from the object, where is the object, where is the wall. But internal sensor are used to measure the robot itself, what is inside the robot. That is how fast it is going, the speed, the angle of the robot, what is the gripper is, how much power it is consuming. So it is a internal sensor which senses is internal things or internal component of a robot. So after sensing that, the actuator is a device which causes something to happen. That is, the sensor or senses. So the actuator is here, it an agent to take the necessary action. This could be a robot movement, which is often achieving using motors. So an actuator is needed to make the robot's wheels turn. Suppose a robot wants to change a direction. The actuator is needed to make the robot wheel turn. All the joints of robot arm to rotate for the robot gripper to open or close. Or it could be the let the others know what the robot is doing. There should be like a screen or something, that is it will know the users or other persons, that is what the robot is doing. A light being turned on to indicate the robot is working. Sound is being emitted. Some alarm is sound, some beep sound is there. Sound is being emitted so that the actuator is a loudspeaker. So it has some speaker so that it emitted some sound, that is it is indicate to other robot or other person that this robot is working. Communication is some form, so a transmitter is also needed. So there should be a communication to other devices or other persons. So there should be a transmitter. So it transmit some by using that transmitter. And also it has a LCD, a liquid crystal display or a screen for showing picture or other data. So after smart sensor uh, and smart home appliance, there are some electronics goods we are using in our home, and it is smart in nature. For example, your smart TV, you are telling that this smart TV. Why the TV is smart? Why it is called the TV is smart? Smart TV. Your modern washing machine, automatic washing machine, it is also smart. It is automatically runs, or when work is done, it automatically stops. And it is also uh, has the other sensor. Fast trim technology, smart home appliance solution are used in a smart house or work on smart home automation technology that uses electric power transmission where the signal have short radio frequency which use open source software, proprietary software and distributed denial of service attack. So there are some example. A smart lawn mower. So you need not to employ a gardener to look after your garden. Uh, if you buy a smart lawn mower, let us see what is the work of the lawn mower. A high quality lawn mower needs rigorous motor control and sensing, high efficiency, secure connectivity, and high reliability and robustness. Using a safe wireless connection to the smartphone, lawn mowers are used in easily prolonged to make the best use of their lifespan and presentation. That is, as a smart lawn mower, you need not to use it manually. You are using your smartphone or any other smart sensor to run a smart lawnmower. It automatically cut the grass with a uh, in a specified level. So it is motor controlling and sensing, high efficiency. That is, it works very fastly, secure connectivity, and high reliability and robustness. These are the smart lawnmower. Smart refrigerator. The normal quality drive refrigerator is used for high reliability and robustness, high efficiency, safe and accurate sensing. They entails the expansion of a refrigerator with the last default cycles, stable wireless connectivity, the higher user occurrence work on smart home automatic technology. So your smartphone also it is automatically switch off and switch on. All switch on that is automatically takes take the power and defrost free. And the defrost cycle it automatically uses that. You need not to run the defrost switch. Your washing machine also, you can take the example of the smart washing machine. And nowadays you will get the smart fan. The fan
वैक्यूम
is
क्लीनर
also
भी होता
smart.
है,
हाँ, vacuum cleaner भी. Okay,
पूरे
so
हॉल में full vacuum है।
hmm. So then the PLMN we will discuss in the next class. Then
हाँ
I
सर,
will take a
दिमाग चल गया।
snapshot. Hmm. 1 minute, please. Please write your
सर वो
name and enrollment number. Who have not written, only write there.
सर मॉर्निंग वाले
Sorry.
पीपीटी
Hmm.
ग्रुप में शेयर करेंगे, मॉर्निंग वाला पीपीटी
Why not?
ग्रुप में
Why
शेयर
not? Why
करेंगे
not?
प्लीज।
No, why not?
हाँ थैंक यू सर।
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
Sir,
बोलिए.
I have one question.
Hmm.
Sir, analog image is processing is slower and costlier.
Hmm.
Why is it so?
You see, the analog processing takes more space to store,
Okay.
and the technique used in digital processing, the technique used in analog processing are different, which
Yes,
takes
sir.
more time.
Okay.
Okay, obviously take more time. So
Okay.
suppose you're processing, you're clipping,
Hmm.
threading.
Hmm.
You have a digital value. You have
Okay.
digital value. You have suppose today. In the today
Hmm.
class with translation. The
Right.
translation is easily done
Hmm.
using translation matrix. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And threading, clipping, all other techniques are used in a integer value, gray level value, which
Hmm.
does not available in analog signal or analog image. So
Okay.
obviously it is slower. Yes.
Okay. Fine, sir. Thank you,
One
sir.
more thing, sir. This PPT also available in group, sir, right now.
I have already. I think it is shared.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
It is already shared. You see the group I have already shared yesterday or a day before yesterday. I think.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
थैंक
but
यू सर,
when
अभी तो
we
जा
say that
सकते हैं
it
ना?
consumes,
1 minute. 1 minute. Take the snapshot. Then we will leave. Only
sir,
wait for.
excuse me, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, but when we say that analog image processing takes less bandwidth, then how come it is costlier?
No, no, there is actually every processing has some merits and some demerits.
Yes, sir.
It has some merits and demerits, but in analog processing, the demerits are more. It takes like most more of space,
Sir,
and the
but
processing is mostly slow. It you may get some demerits, but it has more demerit. You cannot use a computer system for that purposes. How you make the analog image processed? You take the example of analog image processing example. Analog digital image processing एक example दो. कैसे करेंगे?
सर ये जो रेडियो सिग्नल्स फोटो सेल सिग्नल्स होता है
That actually takes more time or more space also. Is it time consuming
then sir how come
and
it is
not.
using less bandwidth?
In bandwidth it may be less bandwidth, but in other point of view, it is not good. It is not better as well digital processing.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir. Sir, can we leave?
Yes, you can leave now.
Thank
Thank you to all.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, have you taken our attendance, sir? Sir, have you taken attendance?